Welcome back to Midwest Long Range. Guys, we got a lot of cool stuff going on today, so don't go nowhere, stick with me. Check this out. Today we've got the CZ457 open class build with the Lilja barrel, the MDT XRS chassis, the Element Titan 3-18x50 10-mini trigger, and all the goodies that make this gun shoot so well. But I've also brought out the D.I.Y CZ. We haven't seen this one out in a little while. I've been focusing on some other stuff, but to give everybody a refresher on what this gun is, this is a 457 in 22 long rifle. This is a 20.5-inch varmint barrel, non-match chamber, just standard chamber. It is a Boyd's Pro Varmint stock that has been pillar bedded, action's been bedded, barrel's floated. It's got a Yodave trigger spring in it. Other than that, it's a factory barreled action. It's got an Arkin SH4 Gen 2 6-24x50 on it, and just a really good little gun. I've really had a lot of fun shooting this one. It's one of my favorite guns just to bring out and shoot. So today we're going to compare these two. Let's shoot them with what we know they shoot the best with. This one here seems to really like the SK long range. This one shoots really good with SK rifle match. And then once we show what they're capable of doing their own thing, we may switch it up and see if either one of them can go both ways and shoot the ammos that the other one shoots as well. But we're going to test it at 50 yards on paper. We may even try them on the KYL or something if we have enough time. But I'm running out of daylight, so let's jump on this deal. All right, first up, we're going to use the D.I.Y CZ. Again, this is the factory barreled action, non-match chamber. And we will be shooting SK rifle match out of this. I've got 10 rounds loaded up. We're going to shoot our first 5-shot group at 52 yards. So let's see what we got. Oh, toss that one out. Dang it. Dang it, man. That thing was shooting a group right there, let me tell you. That little gun just absolutely hammers every time. I'll take that one flyer, I guess. I'm not sure if that was me or the gun or what happened there, but this little joker right here, at 52 yards, it's shooting. I wouldn't be scared to take this to any match and shoot it if it's going to shoot like that. I think I got 5 more rounds loaded. Let's go ahead and take it down to the 95-yard berm. All right. I'm not sure exactly what that is from here. It looks to be about 1 inch with a little bit of vertical stringing. But I do believe that would hold. A 1-inch pasty at 95 yards, and I think it would continue to do that at 100 yards with the 5 additional. But I don't see a reason why this would not be considered a viable match rifle option. The gun is holding plenty good accuracy to go shoot an NRL 22 course of fire. And I've shot matches with this gun, shot them relatively successfully, and a lot of people out there, a lot of you guys watching the channel have almost this identical setup. And I don't have to tell you guys just how accurate this little rifle is capable of being. Let's go ahead, let's switch over to the open class CZ with a Lilja barrel. We'll go ahead and we'll run SK long range match through it first. And then what I'll do after I get done with that, I will foul the two rifles in for the other ammunition, rifle match and long range just in reverse. And we'll repeat the test with the ammunitions reversed and see how it goes. All right, so we've got long range match loaded up. Take our shots at 52 yards and see what we come up with here. Call it like you see it, that looks pretty close to basically the same thing. The one thing I will say is, at least in my experience with the two rifles, it seems like this one can do that a little bit more repeatably. But today, as far as the test, they look pretty well tit for tat right there. Let's go ahead and let's run this one down to the 95-yard target. I don't know, folks. It looks like pretty much the same. 1 inch. That one was not quite as vertically strung. It's probably more of a round group, but I'll put them all on Ballistic X. You know, I'm looking through the scope, and it looks like I had 2 in the same spot and then 3 that dropped low and kind of had a little wind to them, or a little horizontal stringing. Not sure, and it may end up being a little bit larger group. So I don't know. Let's switch the ammo. Let's switch the ammos up. I'll foul them in real quick off camera, and we'll go ahead and see what happens. All right, we're just gonna stick with the open class CZ for the moment, and we'll go back to 52 yards. Shoo-wee! That's pretty daggum tight. Maybe I shot the wrong ammo. Oh boy, that's impressive right there. I don't know what size that is, boys and girls. Y'all know better than I do by now. But I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go to 95 and see what happens. I honestly can't tell from here looking through this 18 power. It looks like an inchish group, but I won't know till I get down there. So let's go ahead. Let's switch to the D.I.Y. using SK long range. All right, 52 yards. Here we go. I tell you what, that's not looking half bad. I had one drop low, but in between kind of fouling them in and whatever, the gun did sit here for just a couple minutes. Maybe that might be a cold-ish bore. It's kind of cool outside. I don't know. Let's, could just be a flyer, or could have been me. Could have been the gun. Lack of consistency. Go down here to 95. All right, so there it is. I'm gonna go get the target info real quick and grab the cameras so that I know what it is we shot down there at 95. I need to go check it to be sure, but so far these little guns look like they're shooting pretty good today. Man, oh man, I tell you what, those groups will leave you reason to pause and think. These CZs are extremely accurate. Both of them. To me, it looked like the D.I.Y CZ may have edged out the Lilja barreled 457 at 95 yards. Now, that being said, I've shot both of these guns in matches, and I've shot them both out to distance, and I know which one hangs in there a little better. No surprise there, it tends to be this one, but we'll get that on camera and show it to you guys here pretty soon. We'll get down over to Gadsden Shooting Center or one of the other places I go to shoot at, and we'll stretch these things out to about 300 yards or more, or however much, and just see which one continues to hold up. I don't know that the book is completely closed on the CZ open class versus the D.I.Y CZ just yet, but as of today, they both shoot very, very well, and I would not be scared to take either one of these guns to a match and compete with them. At an NRL 22 course of fire, there's no reason that either one of these two guns couldn't hold their own and get you a very solid finish, if not a win, if in the hands of the right shooter. Normally, that's not always me. Very seldom. But there are some people who I know that are very capable and still shoot these platforms today. They don't have to go to a Voodoo or a Rim-X or, you know, some fancier version. You can trick these things out to the utmost. If you don't want to do a drop-in barrel like what I've done, you could go the next step and go to somebody like Kenny I down at Desert Precision Gunworks, and he'll tool you up a complete hand-fitted barrel. So really the sky's the limit with the CZ457. But I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me today. Stay safe and keep shooting. Come back and see me next time.